I am planning to have my biggest year in my business in 2024, and there are a few specific habits I'm going to be implementing to make sure this happens. So I'm going to walk you through today what are 5 habits I'm actually building this year, really focusing in on to have my best year ever in business. For me, that looks like doubling my business income. I've done this most years, and I'm going to be doing that this year again. And these are just the specific things I'm putting in place to make sure this happens. And I'm going to be walking you through in this video, what are those 5 habits, how I'm actually planning on doing this, and why I'm doing each of this. So that a strategic thought essentially behind how this is actually going to contribute to doubling my income in my business this year. So the first thing that I'm really focusing on is posting better content daily. So firstly, posting daily on platforms. Secondly, making sure this is just better content that I'm putting out essentially. I can see that a lot of my clients come from social media. A lot of them come from the content I'm putting out. So if I want 2x clients, what if I start with just 2xing the content I'm putting out? This is going to play such a big role. So as I said, I'm committing to daily content across multiple platforms, really knowing that I can see already strategically, this gets me clients. So what if I was to do more of this? What if I was to put more energy into this? What would that look like? And I can already see from how I did this in Q4 that it does really pay off. So I'm committing to better daily content there. Second thing is video content, and really just times 10 in this, to be honest. Video content is just so amazing and so valuable. And I can see from the data that it really does get me results. A lot of people who, sign up for my one-to-one coaching program, for example, have either watched, my YouTube videos or watched a lot of reels, etc. And they've just really seen me teaching there. And that's been really valuable. So I'm showing up more than ever when it comes to video this year. That looks like recording reels, YouTubes, Instagram lives, TikToks, etc. But I'm really not even just doubling down, but kind of 10xing the video content side of my business and making sure this is a huge priority there. The third thing is building real relationships. So building real connections with people. I love the women in this industry. I love the women in this space. And really just if I was to look back over the last 2.5 years of my business since I started, relationships have been such a key and pivotal part of this, of what have actually gotten me clients, results, connections, networking, etc. So much of it has come from relationships that I've built with people. And for example, even just last week, I literally signed a client after just 3 minutes of advice that I gave to her, fully for free. I just shared some advice from a question she was asking in a Facebook group, gave completely free advice, and then she signed it as a one-to-one client, literally a £6,000 sale right there. So actually just helping people firstly is going to be a big priority for me this year. Just connecting with people in my community, just having those real connections with people. I truly firstly believe it comes back tenfold, but I can see the evidence for this as well. So I'm spending so much more time here this year in this specific area. The fourth one, which doesn't sound related to the business, but I'll share you with you why it is actually really related and why it is really pivotal, is going to the gym each morning. And this sounds like, as I said, it doesn't really impact the business. How's this really impacting the business there? But for me, that is really just setting my day off right. I can see that there's so much of a difference when I'm just starting my day on the right tone. It really just gets me into the right headspace, gets me really energized, and it truly just makes me 10 times more productive. So I can see that there are certain habits outside of business that do actually impact my business a lot. And I'm really prioritizing those habits as well, making them just a really important part of my day and a really important part of my week, and actually really committing to those. And I can already see and feel the difference from those as well, just from January where I've utilized that. And the fifth one is keeping my promises to myself. I think this is something that's been a huge realization for me over the last year, of just a factor that plays such a role in success in business, and it's a muscle you really just need to build, of when you say that you're going to do something, can you actually trust yourself to do it? Are you actually going to do it? Or are you going to be that person who puts something on the to-do list, doesn't get around to it, says, I'll do it tomorrow, and just never ends up doing it? Because I think that says so much about, firstly, how you're showing up for the business. Secondly, the results that you do actually get really come from those things, of those promises that you did keep to yourself when you said you were going to do something and you actually followed through, you actually did it. So really I'm committing to not just finishing 80% of the to-do list, not just doing 80% of the things that I said I was going to do, but fully showing up every day. What would it look like if I was to just fully show up for my business every day, not get 80% of the to-do list done, but what if I got 100% of the to-do list done? What if we did everything that I said I was going to do in that business that day? What would that look like? And usually the really interesting thing here as well is that end piece, that, 20% that you forget when you do 80% of the to-do list. Often that 20% is the piece which is outside your comfort zone, which is gonna grow you to the next level, which is gonna be that extra piece which actually gets you that result. So if we're just doing 80% of the things and we're leaving off that extra 20, we're really missing those things which are actually going to get us to grow in the first place. So a huge habit I'm really, really focused on building this year is just keeping promises to myself. When I say I'm going to do something, I do it. When I add it to my to-do list, it's happening that day. When I commit to doing something or certain activity with a client or collaboration, etc., I'm going to be doing that. So really just keeping the promises that I make to myself. So those are the 5 habits which I'm building in 2024 to have my best year ever in business, with the intention of doubling my income just from these habits alone. So let me know in the comments, which are you going to be incorporating? Are you having any habits that you're incorporating this year, especially outside of the business as well? Is there anything that you can see has a direct impact on your business, which you're going to be incorporating into your business? Let me know in the comments so we can have some accountability with each other as well. And thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one tomorrow.